Mark. Do you hear
I
me? Do you see me?
I do, Ralf. How are you?
Hey, did you expect Matt?
I did.
Yes, I know. And we swapped because he's busy doing so much interviews, and I take it away from him a little bit of workload. Because I was so busy preparing shit, and now I've finished my preparation, and I said I can do some.
That's
So,
cool.
you,
Well, it's,
you,
what a pleasant surprise. We haven't actually spoken before over the years. We've been I've been enjoying your music for many many years, but
thank you. I
I
appreciate
think
it.
what
I hope. Sorry, apologize. I hope it doesn't distract your question somehow.
I think I'll be good. Yeah. So
That's cool.
especially with an album this good. I mean, I love Code Red. I must admit when that came out a couple of years ago, but
Thank you.
this is better. I
Oh, thank you.
I like it even
Appreciate it.
more. One of the few bands that I think I can sort of um, put your music to different periods of my life. What do
That's
you think?
great.
It's nearly
It's all,
30 years, isn't it?
yes, it is. I mean, we started 1997. Yeah, 28 years. It is always great if you label certain eras of your life to music. It's the same what I do. It's pretty much always reminding you of beautiful scenes and maybe not so beautiful scenes.
Exactly. I've only had the album for a few days, but I just can't put it down. I mean, I do a lot of driving in my work, and
Thank you.
the sign of a good album is if it stays in the car.
Means a lot. Thank you. Appreciate it. And
This,
that's really exactly the feedback we love to hear these days.
no, the review is going to be great.
Thank you.
There's so many standout tracks though. That's my problem speaking to you today. I've loved the singles as they've come. Tears of Fire, Far Away. The Hunter, which opens the album's a fantastic track. But where did it all start? When did you start coming up with the ideas for the new one? Is it like after the tour finishes for the previous album, or?
Now it was pretty much parallel because Matt and Magnus already worked in the background. Matt was not touring with us in terms because of his health issues. Now he is back. It is a good, maybe that's the next question of yours. And they were already working hard, and the rudimental stuff was written, but I came back from tour and had my ideas as well into Dropbox because I'm always pre-writing like crazy because it's you never know, you always need songs, you know. And the good thing is, then Matt and Magnus asked me for my ideas for the rudimental ideas they already had. Some of them were totally completely written, some of them I changed a little bit or put my stamp on it, on my lyrics and my melodies. And in the end, there's also songs which I only wrote on my own, but we split everything because, you know, some songs they only compose and some things I do. And some things it's just Matt, some things it's just Magnus. So we said, come on, let's split it into three, and that's a good thing. The new members came late, so they had no chance to write for the new album. But of course, everybody is always invited in our band to play to bring up songs and to come with compositions if they're creative, why not using it if it's fitting to Primal Fear, you know? So we ended up having 25 songs for Domination, and in the end, we chose the ones you have and some candy here and there, which will be released later. And it's somehow not easy to pick from these 25 because whenever we compose stuff, we're pretty convinced that this will somehow fit into Primal Fear. Because whenever we write, it's coming naturally. We don't have to force us to sound like somebody or to be like this or that. It's just like coming easy to us because it's exactly the way we love our music.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we skipped 10 songs out, which might be somehow sounding similar to another track which is on the album now. So that's the reason why we skipped it out. We never know if you use that, but you're always keen to write new stuff for the next again.
Yeah, it's great, and I did love. Well, I mean, I loved everything. I pretty much want to talk about every track, but I actually loved the bonus track that is going to come out on the CD as well. Bridges Will Burn. I thought that was a
Huh?
great one, but
Awesome.
I can see sometimes that you do end up with a song that doesn't necessarily fit the track listing, and there's a wonderful flow there to
Yeah.
the album. The production's great as well. I and you are sounding better than ever.
Thank you very much. Yes, I mean, when it comes to the following, Matt has the skill to do that. I mean, an album could stand and fall with the following. You're totally right, and I think he has that certain talent to put up a set list and put up a following list on the album as well. And yeah, I mean, coming back to your compliment, whenever I'm recording myself, and that's the good thing. I'm here at home now. I remember times in the 80s and 90s doing it as a teamwork on the tape machine. The studio cost €1,000 every day. And then you have quite a little bit of pressure
Yes.
singing 12, 13 tracks in 3 or 4 days. And now it's 3 or 4 months. It's a total difference. And I can really take it easy. And whenever I have a bad day, I won't touch the microphone. And whenever there's a good day, I sing the songs. And it's a good
Do
thing. And
do you have a secret, Ralph? I to speak to so many singers, and some of them have got a really strict regime. Of one of my favorite singers, for example, has changed his diet so much, and that helps. And then I'll speak to freaks of nature like Glenn Hughes and people like that, and no secret whatsoever. They just carry on the way they always
yeah,
do.
I'm a vocal teacher too. And I have some routines, some exercises which I sorted out for myself, and that's what I tell every student. Here's your toolbox. Take something that fits for you, and I got my stuff that fits for me. I'm warming up properly, and sometimes I have to. I'm always saying a different thing right now. Sometimes I just grab the microphone and that's my warming up and sing the song 3 or 4 times and then I'm warmed up. But I should warm up properly as a teacher and of course for my voice box.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that it's still there. I feel changes as well, Mark, but I know how to somehow get there and achieve the highs and how I approach everything to go there. And that's still luckily naturally the case. And I mean, being 60, it changes a little bit, but it's the way it is. The tissue is changing, and you can somehow use it for your voice box to sound a little bit different, but still good.
Yeah, I think your voice has sort of got richer over the years, and the sort of like lower end of the registers has
Thank
really
you.
really come on. It's wonderful to hear that because there's so many bands out there who I loved 30 years ago that I don't love so much today. But Primal Fear are the exact opposite. I think you're probably doing some of my favorite work. I did want to touch on a couple of anniversaries quickly because two of my favorite albums have got um, anniversaries. I love the album, and I've always loved the album Seven Seals, and it's 20 this year. Can you believe that?
Yes, unbelievable. I remember being in Vancouver
Yeah,
mixing it. I mean, we recorded here down in Downhill and Winterbach. Was our local studio where we recorded everything back in the days. And then we brought it to Vancouver mixing it. And that was a totally great experience working together with Mike Fraser. Was just something different, totally different and great. So in the end, yeah, it's a great album. I totally agree. And it's still one of these albums which are sounding just really good and modern, even nowadays and 20 years ago, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. It must be almost impossible to pick a set list because I just want to hear everything.
That's a good question, yes. That's we are choosing a set list right now for the European tour where we're gonna play songs we never played live from the old catalog.
Wow.
And we are trying and we're gonna find out in the rehearsal studio when we're back from the festivals. It's gonna be happening next week. We're gonna find out which new songs are working, but because sometimes you have the case that you're trying to do the songs and for some reason, sometimes they don't work. You don't know even why, but sometimes you don't feel it. Or not only drumming, also singing and playing. It's just everybody knows his parts, everybody's playing properly, but somehow sometimes it's not going together. But we're gonna put our asses into the rehearsing studio after the next festival next week, and then we are rehearsing up and down which songs we're gonna play live from the new album.
Yeah, because I saw you got the Stone Dead Festival, which is a festival that sort of like grows, I think, every year. It's one
Yes.
festival over there in the UK. And then I just saw when I looked the other day, I think it's probably last week, you hadn't got your European dates up yet, but I've just seen that the September dates have been
Yes.
announced. They're up on the website. Yeah, I mean, I might be the odd one out, but I'd love to hear three or four songs from the new record.
Yes, we have. I can tell we have three or four songs, exactly what you say.
Yeah,
But like I said, we have to check it. And well,
yeah,
I have good feeling that that everything works.
yeah. There's a wonderful cameo on there from Melissa Bonney as well, which is a wonderful song, Eden.
Yes.
How did that come about? Did you have her in mind when you wrote that one?
No, not when we wrote it. She was pretty much. It was an idea when the song was totally written
Yeah,
and the song and recorded already, so we could easily just mix it and release it. But we thought, let's do something. We need a color here and there. And it was she
yeah,
did only. It wasn't not the real duet like duets out there.
yeah,
It was pretty much only a color, and she agreed to that it's not a real duet. So she has her phrases at the end of the song, and of course you hear her in the chorus singing the high notes. That's also me, by the way.
yeah,
But she's also, of course, adding this great color. And we always would get good friends with Melissa. We know her for years, Matt and I, and she's doing just a fantastic job. She just released a new material as well, and it's just really great and a wonderful person. So that's how it came together.
yeah. It's great to see Magnus back as well.
Yeah, he was keen to go back on stage since years.
Yeah.
But we have the team, and they didn't really want to have a three-piece, so now he's back accidentally because the lineup changed.
Yes, and we've got a new guitarist as well, Talia.
Mhm. Yes,
She's fitting
we
in
are.
well, hopefully.
Yeah, she just did the great first shows, and for me, it was really exciting to be back on stage with a total different team. As you remember, I was touring with a totally entire different team last year, so it was not easy for me. It was hard times, but I'm always a positive person. And I mean, she brought really fresh wind. I mean, look at her; she's looking just an amazing on stage, and she's really like a really energy ball, and that's exactly what we needed. And she's looking fantastic, and her playing fits as well. I mean, we have so many offers from all around the globe from great guitarists in the end, but we decided to do something different, to have be brave and just do a step forward and be somehow brave and aggressive and come out with something totally new.
Yeah, to get you over the line to the 30-year anniversary. What do you put your longevity down to? I mean, it's hard to sort of like stay at the level you guys have for so many years, but being so close to the 30th anniversary, what keeps you going? Is the excitement still there as it was in the early days, or?
I can't really tell you. I didn't even realize just when I got 60 or what happened. I'm 60. It's always you just keep doing what you love to do. I mean, I'm always somehow hungry doing that kind of music because I love it so much, and I don't even think about retirement because I'm still feeling fit to do it. And, it's just coming naturally, just like the songwriting in the end, Mark. It's really whenever we enter the stage, it's just, yes, that's what we want to do. I don't need all the surroundings with traveling and all and the waiting and hurry up and wait in airports and all that stuff, which is really not nice.
Yeah,
And all that stuff which is robbing you of sleep and everything, which is not helping for the health either. But in the end, it's all worth it for the 1.5 hours on that stage and to please the fans and the interaction with the fans. It's just really, you know it when you are a musician, what I'm talking about. It's pretty much the adrenaline. You get a junkie in the end.
so take us all the way back then to the other end of the story when you started out. What like was there a defining moment for you when you knew that music was going to be more than just something you did? It was going to be such an important part of your life. Did you see
Yes,
something, or was there
it's
something that happened?
actually it started. Sorry for interrupting. Actually, it started after my first, maybe already with the first band, Tire and Pace, when I was recording the first real vinyl album on tape
Mm.
in the night shift. I was learning a job at daytime and recording an album at nighttime. You can do that with the age of 17, 18,
Yes.
and but not long. Anyway, it was just 1 week of recording, and that somehow I want to do this so much, no matter how tired I am, just doing it, And it's the hunger. It was there from the beginning, and then I really you always listen to feedback as well. I mean, if everybody would tell me this sounds like shit or something, I might have heard on my own before that, but you know, it's always good to have feedback. And then Gamma Ray came, the next step into the U in the global touring like Japan, and that was something. Wow, it was so overwhelming, and but I still had my job because it was always the case that you could not somehow make a living of it. And then later with Primal Fear, it just was too much then to have still a 9 to 5 job and the touring and somehow having holidays not left for the family. And it was pretty hard times. And I decided to be a musician only. And of course, it's a big step. It's a big step in terms of having responsibility, having a family and a boy and a house and everything. So and but I did it, and I always somehow survive because I'm not too lazy to do anything to survive, and I built my own. I can say now a career where people luckily still want to hear me, and that helps a lot in the end. And so, and that's also why I'm so grateful that everything is working the way it is.
Yeah, you've made some fantastic music over the years, and
Thank you.
long may that continue. Just a couple of other tracks that, well, I've got a few people who have been listening to the record as well, who are all writing their reviews, I guess, like I am at the moment. One of the tracks that we all had in common that we loved was the fourth one on there, "I Am the Primal Fear."
Yes, I don't hear that the first time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can easily say that this is one we try out to play live. But yes, it's totally standing out, and it's going to be also a single
Oh, cool.
one week before. 1 week before the album's going to be released, like 4 days before, and with including an animated video again. So yes, it's standing out because, and you're not the first guy saying this, and because it's just an anthem for "I Am the Primal Fear."
Oh, it
It's
is.
got band name included. It's got a good melody hook line coming from the feathers of Matt and Magnus, and me somehow delivering the story. And it was in the studio was already clear. This is somehow something special again. So yeah, we're really proud. So
It is. I mean, the best thing about the album is I heard the or the three singles rather, and thought, yeah, these will be hard to beat. But there's other tracks on the album that I can't wait for people to hear.
we got to keep candy on the album. So
Exactly.
can't release everything. People still have good songs on the album left.
Yeah. But it's all killer, as they say, no filler. We've got a couple of questions we ask everyone the first time we speak to them. We'd love to
Mhm.
put these out on the radio and play a couple of tracks from the album.
Mhm.
The first one's a difficult one, I think. It's not necessarily your favorite, but just something that's always intrigued you. If you could have been a fly on the wall for the creation of any great album in the history of rock and roll, what would you love to have seen being made? I know it's boring in the studio sometimes, but which one really intrigues you?
Yes, of course. I mean, the recordings of the Judas Priest vocals.
Yeah.
Watching Rob in the studio back in the days when I was really a fan, and I can somehow be proud that I met him and that we can somehow call each other's friends. Friends is a big word, but whenever we meet, we have a nice chat.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, they were a great band. I mean, when I was growing up, we'd go and see bands like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, all of those in the sort of
Yes.
mid '80s, and they would all take time to come out and talk to you at the end of the show. people like
Yeah,
Lemmy from Motorhead. There was such wonderful guys, and
absolutely.
so,
Down to earth people. And
absolutely,
it's surprisingly everybody who's really successful in the scene somehow they are so grateful in the end that they can live a life like that. And that's, in my opinion, why they still have a good heart and talk to the people, you know.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And we always leave an easy one for the end. I'll get you to do a shout out for us afterwards, but the easy question we'll leave you with, Ralph, is what is the meaning of life?
It's not an easy question. The meaning of life for me is, yeah, in all these hard times, still trying to give the people a good time when when they watch a concert, when they listen to an album, and somehow forget your problems and just close your eyes and listen to music or enjoying concerts. So the meaning of life for me is just to trying to make it a little bit better for people, the same as it makes everything better for me when I listen to music, you know.
That's a wonderful answer, and I know that music's helped me through a lot of tough times over
Yeah.
the years and continues to do so. And when I hear an album like this, the one complaint I've got about this album is by the end of it, I realized that I've been smiling so much that my jaw hurt. It was it's one of those albums. I'm not going to be able to stop playing this.
Is this the only downside I get? I have no problem.
Well, the downside is that I guess there's only 14 tracks, not 25 tracks for me
Yeah,
to
yeah,
listen to.
yes. We
But
have them. We have them on hard disks. So we never know we're going to use them.
I do hope to hear them one day. Thank you so much for talking to us. I'll just ask before you go if you could just do a quick shout out. We'd love to play Tears of Fire and The Hunter, if that's
Mhm.
possible. If you could just introduce them and introduce yourself. And I don't
Yes,
think we've got an exact date for the album releases yet, but
September 5th.
the 5th. Okay, I'll
Hmm.
put that down. Thank you so much, my friend. It's been absolutely wonderful listening to you over the years and just keeps getting better. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me, Mark.
No worries
So
at all. Take
hopefully we
care.
meet one day and
Yeah, sadly, I can't make the Stone Dead this year. I was going to try and get over for that, but
mm,
I know that I will see you in the very near future.
very cool.
Take care, Ralph.
Awesome.
Thanks, mate.
Enjoy. Bye bye. Thanks for
Bye.
having me.
Thank
Cheers.
you.